Strength of field is 1,972. Closed. Pit road is closed. It's competitive out there. Head down, stay sharp.
Alrighty, we're back with another one. This is race number 2 here at Fuji. I've been slacking a little bit right now. Had to upload at least 3 videos by now, but had some issues with my mic and OBS. The same issue which I kind of initially faced when I got the mic. Now OBS decided to act all weird and stuff, started eating up all my CPU like breakfast, lunch and dinner. So it shot up like 35%, and that was kind of wild. The CPU usage from OBS was initially at around 7%, and then I saw that go up all the way up to 35. That was pretty fucked up. Yeah, so I've switched up the workflow again. Now using OBS on the Mac just for the audio, and the gameplay recording stays on the PC. Anyway, all that aside, no fluff. Let's just get straight into this. Alright, so we qualified P5 the grid for 1 minute 41.6. A little better than the last race. The last race was a 1 minute 41 point, I don't know, I think it was 7. A tenth quicker. Still P5. Safety car is in. We're about to go green in just, yep, there we go. Car on the far left, car number 6, Ben. Hasn't been updated. Is up front, gets a beautiful launch off the line. We do lose 1 position to the teamers ahead, as we always do with all the race starts. I'm a little sloppy at race starts in this and the P-Cup. Don't even ask me about my P-Cup launches though. God awful. Into P2, braking just at the 50. Trying to go into the back of him. The Honda spins off. McLaren ahead kind of panics, not knowing where exactly to go. We do make 1 position up, that's pretty good. Have the inside line for the next one, we take it easy. Try not to get on the throttle a little too quick, otherwise we'll end up dying like how we died in the last race. Ben gets a good exit, keeps the position. In the chicane, lap 1, we send 1, but the car stopped. We have a little bit of contact, that's 0x. There's another bit of contact. The racing was pretty generous enough to consider that as 0x. Ben does make that move happen. Pretty good. Good on him. Just as we cross that curb, a wider line, on a sloppy line. Final corner, lap 1, keeping it easy. Try not to get on the power a little too quick. Tires are still cold. Right, we finish lap 1, survived. It was bare minimum incidents, as always. We race. We still are at 0x, pretty good. Back in P5. P1, we braked before the 100-meter board. And a bottle of time to Ben. 0.5 behind. Corner, we've been keeping it still safe. Need to rush, hurry, play it safe. We have 18 minutes on the clock. Braking just at the free. Do look like is taking a lot of those curves and braking on the grass. Kind of driving on the edge at this point. Also, speaking of driving, I'm not so sure if I'll be able to race this week. It looks like all the series is going to Spa, and I really don't like Spa in sim racing. I do love it in real life, but not in sim racing. It's just another Wreckfest 2.0. I'll probably be skipping that. Thought of doing P-Cup, but looks like P-Cup is at Scuba. Not really a enjoyable track for me, at least. about 50-ish, 55 seconds-ish lap time, I guess. So this week I might be skipping some racing. So I'll bring out the other 2 videos which are pending. So one 20-minute race and the other one is the 40-minute GT sprint. That should be out this week, hopefully. Right, so I've changed a little bit of my mic settings. The voice should sound a bit better compared to the initial part of the video. I was having some issue with my mic gain and the monitoring settings. All of this is pretty new to me, so I'm kind of figuring this out. Also, I'm not that confident in talking just yet. I find it a lot weird to be talking to myself, looking at the monitor. So do bear with my awkwardness for the next few races. Just one of those things. As the beamer hits those curbs, flies in the air for a second. Braking just as that curb ends, as the beamer loses it, and then he's in the wall. He's still on the cold tires or something, or does he just fuck that up himself? We'll have to look at the replay. Well, he was having a bad day. That is one position for us. We go back to, or we go to P4. Ben ahead is 0.5 ahead. I do go for a lunch. No, I mean, we're not going to do that. Are we? Taking just at that 100. We gain a boatload of time again. Looks like he is struggling into that particular braking section. Every lap I see we're catching a lot to Ben. Braking just at that 50. Try not to kill ourselves. Kind of experimenting to take a different line, take the same line as Ben is riding, but not that confident enough in the car to do that. We close him right at the back of him. 0.3 again. Ben going into the chicane for the 4th time. Porsche ahead has taken off, and the leader, so is the leader, is 5.8 seconds in a league of his own. You never know what happens, so spoiler alert. All over the back of Ben. They kind of ride that elevated part of the circuit, not really ideal, unless you want to kill yourself. Goes in a bit wide. Traction is kicking on my Porsche. We're so close. That would have been a 4x if the netcode had kicked in. But on this occasion, it's 0. We didn't clip him. We are alive and facing the right direction. So far, no deaths or kills from us, at least, unlike the last race where we killed the Merc. The leader just set a 40.5. We do another 41.0, consistent as fuck over there. Goes right back on Ben again. Still not in the striking distance, although we're putting a lot of pressure on Ben. Let's see if he cracks or not, or if I'm gonna die. Usually the trend plays out like that. Oh, I almost ran on those elevated part of the curbs. If the tires were cold, it would have killed me. And then I tried to take that wider line which Ben is taking, but I don't see how beneficial is that. I don't see that much time gain over there. Maybe it's just another McLaren thing. We're doing a 40.9, at least that's what it's showing on the Delta. First time we actually do a 40 lap, or at least see that on the Delta. We close him right back onto Ben. He's kind of running that wider line, not taking that much of a curve. I'll have to experiment a little bit more, taking different lines. I don't want to go all the way to the left part of the circuit and hit those deadly yellow part of the curves. Does make a mistake, and then that was lucky. I don't know how he did not spin, nor the car got launched in the air, because every time I hit that, My car was going up in the air, and then I used to lose it. I guess it's just another Porsche thing. We're in the slip right now, 0.2 of a second to Ben. This is our opportunity to make the move into the next corner. First corner, of course. Is he going defensive? He's not going defensive. I pull out to the right. I brake a little later than Ben. Almost at the 100. He gets a good exit. He's right next to us. We're going too wide into the next corner. Kind of back out. I didn't want to go too wide too early on in the race to be battling so hard. Still about 6 more laps, so not kill each other. I take a cautious approach and then let him go. Still braking on that grassy part of the circuit. Know how he's holding the car. That was some good racing. He survived. We've had a pretty incident-free race, so I decided to let him go. Don't want to die unnecessarily battling each other. When we could finish a little further up, maybe if we do work together, we could get the Porsche. Unless he dies, that's another free place. Unless the leader dies, never know. He's 7.2 seconds ahead. In a league of his own, Victor, car number 19. That wider entry into that corner. We're kind of sitting alright at this point, not doing too much or too little, too many mistakes, at least, if that makes sense. Does it make sense? Or whatever I'm speaking up until now, does it even make sense? And I'm just talking, just as the race goes. Right, so lap number 7, we're 2.2 seconds behind to P2. Again, look how much I'm closing on that gap to Ben. I'm pretty consistent in my first corner braking points. Just that we're doing almost a similar pace, so unable to do anything, or at least I'm unable to do anything. I'm just blabbering some nonsense at this point. Take that wider line. At the 50 again. We do close in a bit. So yeah, so far so good. It's a very fun race. I don't know about you guys, if you are enjoying what you're seeing, or you at least enjoy whatever the fuck I'm talking about. If you find that enjoyable. We close in a lot on this occasion. We're all over the back of Ben. Is he gonna choke? We're kind of closing back to car number 1 in P2. I quite didn't see where he made a mistake, or looks like the gap has come down a bit. Just trying to keep it safe. That corner, we almost run wide. Had I run a little bit wider, I would have probably spun. If you touch those grassy areas of the circuit, it's a one-way ticket to, I don't know, DNF, I guess, or just you face the wrong direction. Anyway, we do our first 40.8 session, or doing the same lap as what the leader was doing, or at least a few tenths behind. And the Porsche spins ahead. We almost do the same mistake, hitting those inside curb. I think that spooked Ben a little bit, so he's gonna make a tiny bit of error. That's the first error we've seen him do. Now we gain a lot of that time, 0.3. In the striking distance, I kind of want to go for a move, but at the same time I want to keep it clean. We've had an incident-free race so far. It's a very rare occasion where you see me with a 0x. It's one of those races. Going over the chicane, lap number 8. I could send one on him if I wanted to. We don't do stupid shit on this channel. We close him right back on him. He's kind of cracking under pressure. Or maybe he's just bluffing. Or I'm not that fast enough to make a move. We're still keeping it safe. Try not to run that yellow curbs. Keep telling that to myself throughout the entire race. Traction is kicking in a little bit, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. We're again in the striking distance as I went a little wide. We're 4/10 slower to our last lap, doing a 41.3. 6 minutes on the clock. Leader is 8.5 seconds ahead down the road. Or up the road. Whatever it is. We're now in P3. See ourselves battling for P2. Really expected to be high up in the order. Just hoping for a decent finish. Well, I'll take it. Podium battle, who wouldn't want that? At 50, we kind of close in again. I'm really skeptical about this part because I did find myself losing the rear. We kind of take a different line. We break a little earlier. We could go for a move. I did want to go for a move. He runs a bit wide. That compromises his exit. And we have the inside. If he doesn't go defensive into the next corner, let's see if he goes defensive. He isn't going defensive. Break at that orange patch on the right. We're all over the back of him. We'll see how things pan out from here. We have another 3 laps. Lap number 9, he's in a little bit of that mistake. And right, so penultimate corner, yellow flags out. Is it the leader? Yes, it is. The leader has spun himself. Looks like a lot of people are dying into that penultimate corner. We saw the Beamer die earlier on in the race. Now the leader, who was in a league of his own, has binned it. And that means me and Ben are up to 1 and 2. We find ourselves battling for the pole spot. I'm really expected to be battling for this position when I signed up for the race. We do a little bit of wiggling, try to see if that spooks Ben. Nope, that is not gonna affect him. As I almost clip that inside curve and replicate another spin what the Porsche did a couple of laps ago. And I just realized this, that Victor in P3 is, or he was in a league of his own, so that means he's way faster than both of us. All this fighting and battling isn't gonna help us either. Victor's gonna catch back us in no time, so the gap is already down to 2.8. Briefly goes up to 3. Pressure is on Ben. This could work out in anyone's favor. Could work out in my favor. It could work out in Ben's favor. Victor in P3 could claim back his P1. As me and Ben kind of fighting here, and then there was a bit of a moment for Ben. He kind of overcorrects the car. What is happening here? We're all over the back of him, try not to kill ourselves. Usually in these situations, I would be the first person to die as I send one of the inside. It's not really a big brain move. It's minus 200 IQ move because due to the start-finish straight, it's not ideal to make that move into the last corner. Of course, he has the advantage. Victor behind us 2.3 seconds. He has closed in the gap a lot. It was 3 seconds, it's coming down to 2.2. Ben is a bit ahead. I'm gonna brake just a little later than I usually do. Get the car stopped. Gonna get the switch back. Should I back out on this occasion? If I do back out, no, I'm not gonna back out anyway because Ben ahead has the upper hand. This is so close. I'm sweating my ass off right now. Just don't make any mistakes. Keep it cool. I do have the opportunity to send one of the inside. Be mindful. We make a little bit of contact. That's still a 0x. How is it 0x? This is beyond me. Am I gonna go defensive? I could go defensive. Yes, I go semi-defensive. And I should overshoot my braking point. I go a little deep. Then has the advantage into the next corner. Is he gonna go around the outside? It's not a really good move to do. He backs out on this occasion. Sensible. Look at that. Victor in P3 has closed in a lot. He's 0.6 seconds behind me. Right, would you look at that? The pressure is all on me. Do I go defensive? I don't go defensive again. That is pretty useless. Right, crossing the line in just a bit. We have a minute and 25 seconds on the clock. This will be the last lap. It's now a 3-horse race. It could go in anybody's favor. I could die. The McLaren could die. Ferrari could send a massive lunge into first corner. I brake just at the normal braking point. I got a little nudge. That's a fucking 4x. iRacing, are you fucking kidding me? We had such a good race, and then the game decides to give me a 4x. But that is alright, as long as the racing is pretty good. Don't really care about the incidents. Look, would you look at that? We're so close. It's a 3-horse race. This could go all the way to the finish line. We have a little bit of breathing room since Victor is all over the back of Ben. Try not to overshoot that. This is my only opportunity to get this P1. I have no idea when was the last time I actually finished P1 or won a race. I think it was sometime in 2024. Is Victor gonna go for a big send? No, he is not. I should be alright if I don't fuck this up. Ben is 0.3 behind. Not gonna go for a big lunge. Looks like both of them are sensible enough to keep it clean, as you've seen the entire race. I could go defensive on this lap. I do go defensive. Not like he's gonna get the run. He did make a little mistake at the final corner. We keep the position. Is quite far off the slip to have a photo finish. We are 0.4 ahead. That means we're gonna take that P1. P1, baby, let's fucking go. After a long time, we finish on the podium. P1, 4x, I'll take it. That was an amazing race. Clean race, close race, and most importantly, this was so much fun. Kudos to Ben for keeping it clean. Also, for me, not dying. Usually when the racing is so close, I'm the first person to die. Either make a stupid mistake on my own, or just do some nonsense moves, or go for nonsense moves. So, yep, we survived this one.